There's one thing I carry around with me pretty much everywhere I go. And no, it's not my keys, not my wallet, and definitely not sunscreen. It is my trusty DJI Action 5 Pro. Now, I already know what some people are going to say, but the Action 6 Pro is out. Yeah, maybe, but for me, the Action 5 Pro has been more than enough. More than reliable, and honestly, more than I expected when I bought it with my own money a year ago, that is. This little guy has been with me through climbing sessions, random city walks, and I've even taken it to dance events with me, and most recently, all the way to Mauritius for some much needed family time. And through thick and thin, it has never let me down. Before we continue, YouTube shows me that 98% of the viewers here aren't subscribed. If you're finding any value in this video, consider subscribing. It genuinely helps me keep making these videos. So here's how this whole thing started. I wasn't even planning on buying an action camera. I just wanted something small enough that I could throw into my bag for trips, gym sessions, just to record my progress while I was doing my calisthenics workout. And also I needed to check on my form. And maybe my idea was to use it sometimes for photo walks, but nothing crazy. And at that time, I was using my iPhone a lot. The iPhone 14 Pro it was, yeah. But then I got tired of basically running out of storage because I had the base version, 128 gigs. Thank you, Apple. Great job there. I had sweaty fingers messing up the screens all the time, and just while having chalk as well, grabbing your phone is not the best thing. And just trying to film a device that's basically a slippery bar of soap was not fun at all. So one day on an impulse, I bought the Action 5 Pro with my own money. No sponsor, no discount code, just vibes, I just saw it and I was like, you know what? It's a great idea. Why not? What would I have to lose? And the funny part, I thought I'd use it here and there. I didn't expect it would follow me around for an entire year, like a loyal, slightly overexcited puppy. Now, let me put it this way. This thing weighs 146 grams. It feels like carrying a feather that can shoot 4K videos, basically. It became my everyday companion camera. I take it to the gym, bouldering sessions, long walks, photo adventures, random weekends, all of it, And I even recently brought it with me to Mauritius for some family time. Through all of that, it's been weirdly durable. It has seen some big drops, and sometimes I was like, did it really just survive that? Is it okay? And grabbed it, absolutely fine. That's how durable this thing is. I'm not saying it's indestructible, but it has taken some hits that would have broken other cameras. I couldn't even phantom taking my Fujifilm or dropping my Fujifilm camera. But this one, no problem whatsoever. Now, the battery is actually insane. I've recently taken it on a boat trip, and it lasted all day pretty much. No issues at all. And I'm talking about leaving home in the morning, filming the whole day, the boat and everything else, taking in the sea, POV shots, B-rolls, and I still came back home with 25% battery left. It's one of the reasons I never stress about charging it. I do bring a portable charger with me for emergency, but I've never had to make use of it to charge my DJI Action 5 Pro so far. And don't get me started on the built-in mic. Is it like a studio mic? Is it as good as this mic? No. Well, welcome back everyone. Today we're in sunny Ealing, where I'm going to be shooting a POV. For an action camera, it's perfectly usable. And I've used the DJI Mic Mini too, but honestly, half the time I just forget it at home and I just use the built-in mic, and it still does the job just well. So after using it pretty much everywhere, here's what actually matters. D-Log-M is amazing. I used to record in auto all the time and never bothered with color grading. But if you want that nice color grade, that clean cinematic look, D-Log-M is the way to go. It gives me way more room to play with the colors in editing, and even when I'm shooting quick POV clips, it's simple enough when you get used to it. I showed the neck mount before, but then the neck mount is the best thing I bought for this camera. This thing is a lifesaver. It turns my camera into a true capture what you see device. For dancing, walking, climbing, whatever, it just gets the work done. When I first bought it, I thought I would need a cage, Small Rig was doing cage. I would need filters, ND filter attachments, but nope. Turns out all I needed was the camera itself, the neck mount, and a portable tripod from Small Rig. And I also have the DJI Mic Mini that I use from time to time. Basically, the simpler setup, the more you actually film. All right, here's my favorite part. The 5 times this camera actually made me go, okay, wow. So the salsa POV. This one is hilarious. I was dancing, I was at the dance event, holding the camera in one hand while dancing, but it was actually pretty amazing. It was a pretty good experience. I've never seen that done before, so I wanted to try it out, but it actually turned out pretty cool, and it's one of my favorite clips from that event, basically. Gym sessions. I mounted it on a tripod while I was doing my ring workout, so basically I was doing ring push-ups, and worked out pretty well. I also used it when I was doing my handstands, and I couldn't believe the quality that I was receiving from this tiny brick. Bouldering. So while I was bouldering, obviously I had chalk in my hand and I was doing all this. Obviously we're trying it, right? With a couple of friends, and actually went great with this little device recording us. It was just fantastic footage. The random walks. So this device have been with me for quite a few walks when I went to Birmingham, when I go to London, whenever I'm around, and it's followed me everywhere in Mauritius. The underwater footage of me snorkeling is actually really, really insane. I found that they actually came out pretty cool, even though like there was not much sun that day, but the footage still looks pretty decent. And fifth moment is when I dropped it in the sea. So I know it can support it, but I didn't expect it to survive, because it did go down, it hit a rock, and we had to go and fetch it. But when we got it back, it was absolutely fine. Even when I dropped it on the concrete, and it still survived. This is the moment I realized, like, okay, this camera is just built different. So just in case you're wondering, I'm basically using these following settings. So my resolution is set to 4K 16:9, 30 FPS, and I've got it on Rocksteady and standard D-Warp. Just go back on there. And exposure, I set it on auto. The last time I tried to manually do the exposure, because of changing scenes, it's always messed up. So keep the exposure on auto. And white balance, I usually keep it on auto white balance, and then put it to manual to the closest I can for this, which is going to be 5000 on this one. Confirm. Color, D-Log M 10-bit, color recovery on. And then the texture I set to -2 and noise reduction to -2. And that's pretty much all of it. Look, if you want the Action 6 Pro, go for it. I know it has some improvements like changing the aperture from 2 to 2.8, filming open gate, and if that's something that you need, then it might be best for you to wait for the Action 6 Pro or just get that instead. But for me, this little Action 5 Pro has been everything I needed it for. Documenting life, making YouTube videos, and just capturing moments without thinking too hard about it. It's light, it's durable. The mic works well in the DJI ecosystem. The battery refuses to die, and after a whole year, it's still my go-to camera for B-roll. And honestly, that says more than any specs sheets will ever do. And hey, if you're still watching and you enjoy this kind of honest real-life camera talk, consider subscribing. It's completely free, and it really does help me out more than you think. Plus, it tells me you actually want to see more of these videos. Honestly curious, what camera are you using right now? Are you sticking with what you've got, thinking of switching, or maybe even eyeing the Action 6 Pro? Let me know in the comments below. So until next time, I'm going to take your leave. I'm going to say to you guys, ta-ra.